Alright, I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 beta, and I actually like it. Um, Overall, it's definitely less than the first Destiny beta. There's like less to do, mostly because we can't go to the social space until Sunday, and it's only going to be for an hour. But the actual game itself, I really like. Most of my time has been playing the new subclasses. I'm gonna try out some of the Voidwalker now because they've changed some things. They have a passive where you can now charge up your grenade, overcharge your grenade, by taking some of your super away. And of course, they have the new rifts for each subclass. So we'll see how that works. I still don't know which class I'm going to go with when the game launches. It might be Warlock because the hunger looks pretty cool. Being able to consume your grenade energy to regenerate health, killing an enemy, regenerate health, and then extending that effect by killing people. Seems pretty nice. Chaos is cool too. I'm gonna try this grenade out, we'll see how strong that is. But I think I will like the hunger more. And Dawnblade is really fun, but I'm just not into that flying aspect of it. Staying in the air. I do really like the mid-air dodge, but I don't really like the focus on airborne kills and staying in the air. It is nice to be able to fire though while gliding, but when the game comes out, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing a 2-minute flame, most likely. Seeking targets with your super, killing an enemy to extend the duration of your super, because it does not last that long at all. And you can't do that much with it. So being able to extend that is just so important. Descending down to restore your health sounds pretty nice too, and causing explosive damage. Though I do like that mid-air dodge. It would be nice to be able to mix and match. I don't think they've said anything about that yet, but because of the synergy between everything, I doubt that that'll be the case. Titan. Right now I think it's between Titan and Warlock. The good thing about this beta is it did show the new subclasses, so you can really get a good, well, a sort of idea of how they'll play when the game comes out. Of course, without being able to access the other perks, you don't know for sure. But based on what I've played so far, Warlock and Titan definitely have the most team skills, buffs and stuff to help the team. Like the Warlocks, have the rifts, either healing rift or empowering rift, and it comes back pretty quickly. The other abilities, the perks do not affect teammates. From what I can see, I don't think the Dawnblade has that either. But the rift itself is just really good. Like, I can already see wanting at least 2 Warlocks for raids, maybe even for strikes. Being able to get 1 healing rift down and then 1 empowering rift, and then having the Titan, the new Sentinel Titan, to put up their barrier, be really helpful. The Hunters, although they're fun, and the Arcstrider is my favorite super in the game, it does not give you, they don't have any utility. They don't give any team buffs or anything like that. So there's really no reason right now to pick. Of course, this is beta, but there's no reason to pick a Hunter over Titan or Warlock. That might change when the game comes out, and gunslingers give a little bit of utility with Chain of Woe, and then the perks that you can't pick now, Sharpshooter, I can see that being really high damage. So it'll probably be like the last game where they do a lot of damage, and that'll be the reason to pick one. But in terms of helping teammates out, Titan and Warlock. I can't see you wanting to run anything less than at least 2 Titans and 2 Warlock, or at least 2 Warlocks and 1 Titan, uh, because that barrier is really good, both of them. Although the Rallying Shield I think is the best one because it lets you pretty much instantly reload your stuff. But yeah, those rifts definitely gonna be helpful. Look at that health. Oh, but not from that Titan punch. Yeah, that shield does not stop people from going right through it. I would complain, but it's already pretty ridiculous as it is. So, being able to stand behind it and have constant ammo. Well, you don't get ammo, but you don't have to reload. It's pretty ridiculous. As you can see, I am not very good at Crucible. And they changed something here. Heavy ammo now. It's only for one character, or the person who picks it up.
Get those zones back. Zone A secure.
Forgot I had Blink on. The whole other team is Titans. But yeah, they changed that, so now that you get power ammo, which is heavy ammo, basically from the last game, only the person that picks it up gets it. So only 2 people at any given time can have powered ammo. Well, a maximum of 2 people. So you can have 2 people on the same team, or even just one person if you're able to actually get the power ammo and then go to the other side.
Zone B captured.
Some people are probably gonna complain about it, and I still don't know how I quite feel about it, but I think it's a good thing overall, so you don't have a bunch of people camping with snipers or rocket launchers or anything like that. But that's definitely just going to be a controversial choice. You're either going to love it or hate it. But we'll see. I can see the advantages of having that. Recharge, yeah. It does seem to take quite a while to recharge your abilities. The super especially. But again, this is beta and we don't have access to like anything. You know, there's mod slots. We can't do that. We can't, you know, we might be higher light level. We don't have access to everything. So, I'm not going to worry about the recharge timers right now until the game comes out. But yeah, it does take quite a while. But the new class skills are really nice and they don't take that long. Let's try this. Charging up my grenade. Well, I don't know how much damage that did. But I've always liked Warlock. I main Titan in the last game, so we'll see. And I love the new Sentinel. But yeah, it's just hard to decide because we don't have access to everything. If I could see the other perks, because the other perks, I might like Voidwalker a lot more, and the new Dawnblade might be one of my favorite classes. And then I already like the Sentinel, but the other choices for the secondary, or not the secondary, but just the other options of perks are really nice too. So, yep. None of that's in the beta. Can't really see anything. So, but it does give you a good idea on how the game will play at least. I'm gonna play each of the old subclasses and see how they're different from this game since I didn't do it that much yet.
Zone B lost.
Try this grenade charge again. interesting. Yeah, it's not bad. And I haven't tried the Striker yet, but I think they can... Yeah, they can do the Fist of Havoc more than once. That's ridiculous. Because I was looking at a thing and it was like Fist of Havoc gets its duration increased. Or something. I was like, I didn't know it could do it more than one time. But yeah, they've changed. I think every super now is a timed or duration super. So yeah, that's gonna be really interesting seeing that Fist of Havoc more than once. Yeah, that Hunter's Arc Staff is my favorite super. It's just way too fun. And I was still leaning towards the Hunter for a while, but I do think I'm gonna play either Warlock or Titan first. It'll probably wind up being Titan, but Hunter is still fun. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just in terms of helping team out with buffs and stuff, they have none. But if you like Hunter, good at playing Hunter, that's gonna be better than playing Warlock or Titan. If you don't really like it or good with it. So that's all personal preference. But overall, yeah, the beta is really fun. I wish there was more. It feels more like a multiplayer demo than a beta. Just it doesn't really feel like you're in Destiny for real, but it's better than nothing. And at the very least, you get to see the new subclasses. You get to see the changes, the new skills, how everything works. So it does its job in that regard. But I do wish there was a little bit more. Yeah, that's really nice. I haven't used the Nova Bomb at all, but I think I prefer charging up your grenade, making it stronger. And I would like to see how that other one where you charge up your grenade, or you use up some of your grenade energy to restore your health. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm gonna try out the Striker Titan now because I didn't really play that at all. I was having too much fun with the Sentinel. Whoops. There we go. Another thing about this beta is you can't customize your character at all. Now, I don't remember exactly, but I thought you could do that in the first game. Like in the first beta. I mean, obviously in the game you're going to be able to customize them. But in the beta you could customize them. Here, no, you just get a random race and gender. But, you know, it's just kind of frustrating because it just feels like it's a fun game, but the beta just so much you just can't do in the beta, and it's so frustrating to see what you could do. Like the change to basically all the primaries from the last game are you can equip two of them. One of them kinetic with no element, and then one energy with an element. And I'm going to guess because there's weapon mods, and as you can see here, solar damage mod causes this hand cannon to be solar. So I know at the very least you'll be able to get multiple mods to change the elements: solar, void, arc, and I'm assuming you can take them on and off. So this hand cannon can be an energy slot if I gave it, energy mod, or take it off. It could be a kinetic weapon. That's pretty huge because one, I can have two good primary weapons, and also I can have, if I have a really great weapon, I can give it each of the elements during burn weeks. So, like, for example, say you had the Black Hammer from the last game, and you could just change that element from solar to arc to void, and be able to use it for every single burn. That's really nice. And it doesn't say if there's other types of weapon mods, but I'm going to assume that there are, other than just the elements, so that might change things a lot. Armor. Let's see here. Armor. There's armor mods. I'm sure all that's going to change things drastically. Recharge of your abilities, super melee, grenades, whatever. I don't even know what else, but there's no telling what those could change. Of course, having access to other skills would be huge. The light level. I'm going to assume this is not the max light level. I don't know about the actual level, but yeah, I'm going to assume that that's not the case. Then, not to mention, exotic weapons and armor change things a lot. So, I'm sure there's going to be quite a different feel to the game when it comes out. Not only that, this is a beta build, and a lot of stuff has probably already changed since this build. Shotgun. I really like the grenade launchers. I know people are not going to like the change. Basically, all the old special weapons and heavy weapons are all combined now into power weapons. So that means shotgun, the new grenade launchers, sniper rifles, fusion rifles, rocket launchers. All those are all in the same slot now. So you can no longer have a sniper rifle and a rocket launcher equipped, for example, or a shotgun and a rocket launcher, or whatever. But I do think the change to having two primaries and be able to just change those mods around will really help. Plus, the amount of the mods that you get, let's try flashbang. The mods you get might be worth it. Like, make up for the fact that you can't, have those old special weapons in the second slot anymore, and they now share the heavy weapon thing. Let's see here. The new striker. Sprinting, so shoulder charge is there. And it recharges your grenade now. Oh, and you get 2 grenades by default. And increase the duration of your grenade. And Fist of Havoc leaves a damaging field. And deals more damage the longer it's in the air. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, see down here, melee kills, re-trigger health. Yeah, they definitely changed that, because before you could have shoulder charge and the health regeneration, and shoulder charge had no cooldown, so you could always recover your health from a shoulder charge. So they definitely changed that from this game. Strike an enemy with a melee ability to reload your weapon. Well, that's pretty crazy. And then killing enemies extended duration. So I definitely want to try out this Fist of Havoc. Do another quick play. The new strike is pretty interesting. Spoilers if you don't know about the strike or don't want to hear about it, but the end boss has 3 phases. The first phase, you're at the top. He does void, and there's a bunch of harpies and stuff. Once you damage him enough, the floor drops, and you go down to the second phase, which is arc, and no, not arc, solar. And then he eventually, periodically will make the ground hot, so you don't want to stay on the ground because you'll take damage. Dang, what did I come into? So you got to keep jumping on platforms so you don't get killed by the fire on the ground, and then goblins and hobgoblins come out.
Your opponents have built a lead.
And then once you damage them enough, the floor drops again, and then you're at the third phase, which is arc.
Zone A lost. Your enemy has a power
And hey. Yeah, and you just kill the boss at that point. They'll be spawning enemies, and there's a whole outside area you can get pushed back into. But it's a pretty interesting fight. I haven't noticed it being any worse in terms of being bullet sponges from the first game. Seems fine to me. There's still a bunch of enemies that you have to worry about. And you can die pretty quickly, but what gun was I just using? Alright, the scout rifle, okay. Yeah, it's pretty nice. But I can't really say how the game is overall because we don't get a lot of it in the beta. Oh, that's nice. But I do know that I really like it, and I definitely can't wait to get it on launch. But there's just a lot of unknowns right now. But I'm not worried about it. It's really fun. If you like the first Destiny, you're gonna really like this one, I think. In terms of the overall features of the game, the beta doesn't give you enough to really tell. One story mission that you can't even replay, which was really good actually. I think it's gonna be a good story. It's interesting. One strike, which the first beta had one strike as well, but honestly though, I like the new strike. I'm trying to figure out if I liked the Devil's Lair strike as my first strike. Which one did I like more? It's kind of hard to decide because that was the first time you ever did a strike in the first Destiny, and I've done so many since then. You can't really. It's not fair to compare them, but I don't know. I would say there was more in the Devil's Lair strike because there was basically two bosses with the Walker, and there's not two bosses in the new strike. There's a bunch of elite type enemies, named enemies, but there's not an actual boss encounter other than the end, which is fine. But yeah, I want to see more. That's really what this beta comes down to. I want to see more. I want to be able to play more game modes, more story missions, more strikes, see the actual features in the game. This beta doesn't do any of that. But I like it. I'd say it did enough to make me want to play the game and want to get the full game, and I can't wait for it to come out. My only concern now is figuring out which class to play first. I'm definitely going to be making all of them. Yeah, I don't know. Titan or Warlock, I'm fairly certain.
It's yours. You have advantage.
They're pretty even right now. It's really hard to decide. Oh my god. Really? Alright. Somebody killed him and it wasn't me. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Titan just because I played Titan the most in the last game. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Whoa, okay, there we go.
Zone A lost.
Oh, shoot. Ah, couldn't do it. Whoops. Yeah, I just want to get Fist of Havoc one time. Blood for blood. I love that first stuff. I said before I keep going back and forth, but I'm a Titan player. I should stop kidding myself. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be what I wind up playing at the beginning. I play each class, so there's one class that I play first. Pretty sure it'll be this one. Especially when they revealed they showed each of the new subclasses, and I was just like, when they showed Dawnblade, I think it was Dawnblade first, then Arc Strider, and then the Titan, and they showed Dawnblade, I was like, that is so epic. But then they showed the Hunter, and that still is my favorite super after playing everything. But then when they showed the Titan with that freaking shield, throwing it Captain America style, bashing people and able to defend, I just knew. I was like, well, Before they showed that, I was pretty sure I was gonna play Hunter, but then they showed Titan. I was like, I don't know. After playing, I do like
5
the
minutes left.
Hunter more in terms of the super, but the Titan's still pretty close. And with everything else that they give,
Zone B lost.
my history with the Titan, pretty sure that'll be what I play. I'm surrounded. Oh, that's a shotgun. Okay. Never see somebody running at you? Be prepared for the shotty. I was not prepared. We're still winning by a decent amount. Dang, that shoulder charge, man. Okay. I don't know how I defeated that guy. It must have been a chain hit or something.
Careful. Your enemy is closing the gap. Zone A
They are.
captured.
You're not
You have
lying.
Zone advantage.
My shield's not up yet.
Zone A lost.
That's an Axiom bolt coming for me. Oh,
You captured
we're
Zone
good.
B.
Too bad we
You
lost the
have
other
zone
points.
advantage.
I almost have my Fist of Havoc. I can't wait to see how that is. I will agree though, super. I'm not gonna disagree with people when they say that it takes forever for the super to recharge. I just am not worried about it for the full game. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of things that we can do to. Ah!
This is wonderful.
Oh god. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of things that we can do to recharge our super.
What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing. 3
I'm not doing too
minutes.
bad. Alright, there we go.
You're pulling ahead. Keep it that way.
Whoa, this is new. Holy crap. Huh.
Zone C lost.
So apparently, that's kind of cool. I like that. I think that makes me want to play the Titan even more. So it seems like they have the same Fist of Havoc like they did before, where you slam, and then after that you just run around punching. Like, that's a Titan dream right there. Run around, punch people to death.
Zone C secure. You
All
have
right,
zone
I think
advantage.
that's all I needed. I was kind of on the fence between Titan and Warlock, and that just kind of cemented it right there. Man, that was pretty cool. I have to look at those perks again, but yeah, pretty sure it'll be Titan. Ah. Let's see here. I mean, I like these perks. Yeah, damage, melee kills, regenerate health, critically wounding enemy, increase your melee range, strike an enemy. Yeah, I'm gonna die. I don't care. Melee ability, reload your weapon. See, I would like this one mostly just for that, but then again, the health, it might be worth it. I want to try and decide on these different perks, but until we know exactly how it works, there's really no point.
Finish them.
Oh, snap. Ah, well. Oh, the Sentinel Shield's coming.
1 minute.
I think he missed. Whoa, wait a minute. Holy crap, I thought that shield was coming for me. Wow. Alright. I feel like that thing lasted longer than normal, but whatever. Oh, okay. Not today. Okay, should probably get some points. Damn.
Zone C captured. You have zone advantage.
Is this game suited or balanced more towards PvP? Probably, but having one story mission and one strike,
You've got 10 seconds.
it's not really good. Oh my god. It's not really a good indication of the full game. So,
Zone C lost.
I don't know. I didn't have any problems playing the strike, I will say that. So,
Good.
I like it. Beta's good. Can't wait for the full game.